Okay. Hi Dad, how's it going? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh no, it's not a jacket. It's actually it's like a little sundress. Like like if you see it's like a little sundress, and it's got a little hoodie. Yeah, it's one of those things that are supposed to be like oh, thank you girl. Um it's supposed to be coated with that UV something or the other. You're watching TikToks. Yeah, I know. I should have bought a couple more, but I didn't. So, you know, oh well, right? Something about the screen is kind of annoying me today, but we fix it. There we go. There we go. Maybe. So let me do a quick thing for this girl. I don't know who's joining us, who's not, but you know what? This is made. Deb, can you confirm? Does it show as public or does it show as members only? I think I'm pretty sure I made it for public. Smells divine. Smells actually divine. Okay, so let me do the thing for her. I'm sure we still. Oh, I was just about to say the more people. Al-Fatih, how are you? I'm going to do a quick chart for her. Y'all, Mark was, when I was just setting up my computer, I hear crunch, crunch, crunch. I'm like, what the hell is this man eating? Well, he's eating some potato chips. Oh my God. Oh, and I'm like, dude, is it all over? Because it's the one that I like. It's supposedly spicy, but it really isn't, you know. But it's got a nice flavor to it, and it's gluten free. I found it in Costco, and I was like, yay, gluten free. And I'm addicted to that thing, and I forgot there was some left in the larder unit. And I'm like, after my thing, I'm going to go and indulge. Hang on, New York, New York. New York, New York, June 23rd, 1983. Okay, so June 23rd, 1983. So Sun in Cancer. Moon in Sagittarius. Wow. Mercury in Gemini. God, what? This girl's got some good. Venus in Leo. Mars in Gemini. Man, this girl's got some good placements here, but unfortunately, right? Shoot, what are you going to do? So let me do this. We'll give it a couple more minutes. I'm sure people are going to be joining in. Greenberg. Okay. Nine. Okay, 9 and 9, 18. Wow, 9. Okay. 6. Jan. 4. Okay. So she was born in Cancer season and she died Jan 26th. Alright, so we got some things going on. That's fine. So let's get started. What? She goes, public. Oh, yeah, okay, thanks. So, well, nobody's here, but that's fine. 8 people are watching. We'll just get started with this. So, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody for joining me today. I do appreciate you all giving me your time. I would also appreciate those who have not subscribed to please subscribe, hit the bell icon so you'll get your notifications of all the videos I do. What the hell? Of all the videos I do and post. I do members only live on Wednesdays and Fridays. I do for the public. My membership is like $4 something a month, and every Wednesdays I'm there and I do some specials for members, you know, the lucky draws and the giveaways and free readings and all that stuff. So, and it's fun, and I do some readings that are exclusively kept for members only, and those readings I don't post for public. And also any members have any questions they may, about cases they want to know about, I do all of that. It's very personal and very in-depth. So do join, give me a thumbs up and help me grow this channel. I would really appreciate it. I'm also on Wednesdays for members only. I'm starting this Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. I'm going to do like a quick 3-card spread for every sun sign. I'll do that once a month. So it's not going to be in-depth reading and all that. It's going to be once a month. I'll just do a quick 3-card spread. And other times when I do readings for other subjects or other cases and I have some time left, I ask the members if they want to ask a personal question, and I do quick card pulls, 1 to 3 card pulls for them. They're not going to be in-depth readings. I don't look at astrology and all of that. It's just quick readings, and those are of course included in your membership thingy. Keep in mind those free readings for I don't do it every time, because if you're out of time, we are out of time. So keep that in mind. But anyhow, so this case is for Ellen Greenberg. She was born on June 23rd, 1983 in New York City. And she was found deceased on January 26, 2011 in Philadelphia. This is a case that I had heard about, but I had really forgot about, It's about this young lady who was found stabbed multiple times. Like, she had stabbings on her chest and she had stabbings to the back of her head and the back of her neck and all. And then the coroner said that it was suicide, and everybody was all up in arms because they're like, how is a person going to take a knife and stab themselves at the back of their head and then survive that? It's a pretty deep stab wound, impressive stab wound, and then continue to stab themselves everywhere else. I mean, you can see, like, one of the photos I saw, which was on her thing. When you pull up the thing about her, who was she? Like, I wanted to see a picture of her. Very pretty girl. It's a pretty deep gash, and I'm like, how the hell do you stab yourself like that? And it's the angle and all that, it's weird. And then you continue to stab yourselves at the back, and like your mid back, and then your chest, and you're weird. I'm like, no, don't tell me that is suicide. That is not suicide. Like, it's physically impossible. So she's a very pretty looking girl. Let me get a visual of her. Ellen. Let me see. Images. Look at her. She's so cute. Right? Seems like a pretty bubbly. She had 20 stab wounds per this post. It's ridiculous, but anyhow. So she is Sun in Cancer, Moon in Sagittarius, Mars in Gemini, Venus in Leo, Mars in Gemini. Looking at her birth chart, I don't have her time of birth, but I know where she was born and the date, right? She's still Sun in Cancer, Moon in Sagittarius. I mean, that's like, in my opinion, that's a pretty good combination, okay? It really is. Smart, intelligent. She's got Mercury in Gemini, Venus in Leo, and Mars in Gemini. I mean, this girl, she's got all the like the energy in the right homes, right? You know what I mean? In the right signs. Like, how shall I explain it? Let me take a look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Cancer is 8th house from Sagittarius, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Sagittarius 6th house from Cancer. So those are, like, in my opinion, good placements. Of course, a lot of people, and we are not looking at every single quadrant of a chart or every single degree and all that, right? And Mercury in Gemini, well, Mercury is it rules Gemini. She's got Venus in Leo, so you know she's the kind of a person who would be very caring, a deep thinker. I would say a little bit leaning on the spiritual side too. And she's got the gift of the gab. Absolutely she does. And I wouldn't be surprised if she was a good singer, or liked singing, or enjoyed music and things like that. Singing, basically, oration. And you have Venus and Leo, so you can say that she was very affectionate, liked the demonstrative in terms of her, how when she loved somebody. Like, she was very affectionate and PDA, but not in a bad way. I'm not saying, PDA can go the other end where people are like, just, oh my God, Bernie, they're groping at each other in a gross way in public and being just a nuisance to everybody. Not like that, this girl. And she loved very deeply. And then she's got Mars in Gemini also. So Mars is a little bit of a contentious planet. And then you throw Mars and Mercury in Gemini. She could get into an exchange of words with people if the buttons were pushed. I suppose any one of us could do that, but for her, she could fly off the handle. So before I go any further, let me say this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations, my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. Okay? So having said that, got that out of the way, she's got the 4th house, 5th house, and 9th house active. So the 4th house talks about her home, right? Her immediate environment, her home. So we can say clearly yes, and the date of her death, when I do the calculations, it falls in the 4th house. So it clearly shows that she was found deceased in her home. She died in her home. 5th house talks about a little bit of what's the word? Love affairs, or when I say love affair, again, I don't mean like in a cheating love affair type of thing. This could be like having a relationship, let's call it that. But also this does talk about, her 5th house is children, learning, counseling. So yeah, I mean, she could very well be a teacher, she could very well be a counselor, very clear over here. And then very affectionate towards her family, I'm going to say. Um, Educated, uh, but it's also a house of wanting the adventure, wanting the freedom, and yet wanting to, Sagittarius moon wants to travel, wants to see things, be expansive, not be controlled, and the Cancerian is always wanting home and hearth type of thing. So there could have been a little bit of that sort of a push and pull of energy. And then you have the ninth house. Ninth house talks about new beginnings, conclusions, discoveries, long journeys, uh, luck, fortune, etc. It also talks about being perceptive, okay? And she's got the Sagittarius moon. Sagittarius is Jupiter, so being perceptive and also being very into exploring and wanting to learn, like seeking knowledge. So very sad. I don't know what to say. In the afternoon, for a little bit, I was trying to see if I could channel her, y'all. Maybe at about 3 o'clock or something. And I got such a rockin' headache. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I had to stop. I don't know why I got such a rockin' headache, but I had to stop. It was like, no, I'm not doing that now, not today. Okay, let's see. Ellen Greenberg. Let me quickly do my. If you hear all these funny noises and whatever, it's my burn dog. He's got a bit of a bad stomach, poor guy, because of his medication. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Could be, Debbie. Could be. I was just thinking, who? Teresa's in the house. Teresa, hi, Teresa. So, so definitely, this was, a life taken uh, in her home environment. So obviously, 4th house is the home, right? So Cancer and Aquarius. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. 7th house. So talks about partnerships and relationships. She definitely knew. Hi. She definitely knew the person who accosted her, who harmed her, who eventually took her life, attacked her and took her life. She definitely knew that person. It wasn't a stranger. And there was some sort of an animosity going on over there. So the Earth card. Fire and the Moon card. 8th house. Longevity, debts and secrets. 5 again, contentious relationship. Again 5. My goodness. I think she had a bit of a premonition that something was going to go wrong. Something was going to like it. I almost feel like she had a vague feeling that, oh, this is going to blow up big. This is going to blow up to be a bigger confrontation type of a situation. I shouldn't meet this person. I shouldn't. And I also see that it's the weirdest thing right off the bat. What I see is somebody, let's say, knocking on the door from outside, and she looks through the people, or she just knows because of the voice of the person, and she kind of meant to lock the door, but she ended up opening it, and that one fraction of a second where the door was unlocked, I feel the person from outside pushed so hard that, you know how you how can you say, how do I say it, the old school safety latches you had, so they open a tad bit, they don't completely open wide, and by the time she could push the door shut, the person on the other side, like, I feel, barged into the house and almost broke the safety lock. But it's from this side she's trying to, oh shit, I meant to lock it, I didn't mean to open the door. So I think that's how the person got in. So let's see what else is coming through. Show me what else I need to know. The Star card, I will take these two. The Wheel of Fortune and the Pope, and this guy is sticking out. I'm going to take him. The Hermit. This person is like hiding in plain sight, y'all. Not hiding, is just kind of gone quiet and kind of gone withdrawn and kind of just like trying to fly under the radar, which he passed in 2011, so it's 14 years now, and trying to be under the radar and not to draw attention, not to create any ripples. So we have the Earth card and we have the Star card. So the Star card, right, it does tell us about, having help from unexpected sources, hope, inspiration, etc., etc. And we have the Fire card, which is, of course, contentious, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune right over there, which to me tells me that this is for some reason the investigation stalled, almost because there was pressure from somebody to say, not important, move on, we got other more serious things to take care of. Okay, and there was some sort of an exchange of words between the authorities or whoever, the different government agencies that were investigating, and they're like, just move on, whatever, just we got other things and whatever. And it almost was sped up, and a verdict, or not a verdict, like a declaration was made that, not a declaration, what they put on the death certificate, that it's a suicide. I think it was a rush job, and it was rushed for a specific reason. And then you have the moon card and the high 5, the Hierophant. The moon card obviously tells us, and her moon is in Cancer, so the moon card tells us that, there's a lot going on and the truth hasn't come out. And the truth is not going to come out because everything is in the shadows. Until and unless you shine light on it, you can't see what's in the dark, what's in the shadows. And you have the Hierophant, which is, the government agencies, etc., etc. This is telling me that the government agencies, whoever is responsible for the investigation of this case, purposely kept things in the dark, because either they were pressured to do other more important cases, or this was not significant enough, or somebody might have, said, hey, it was a crime of passion, I know the person, or, hey, hush it up, cut it down, let's move on, whatever, kind of, whether it was purposefully shut down because they knew who the perpetrator was, and the perpetrator was somebody who was well connected, or, which we've seen time and time and again happen, even like now, right? Or they were like, you know what, we don't have the time for this, just put it on the back burner and kind of just let it fizzle out. But there's a reason why the authorities actually dropped this. The authorities also didn't look at, so when we talk about things being in the shadows, right, I also feel the authorities didn't look far enough, they didn't research further enough to be able to get all the clues to say exactly what happened. I feel like what was in the shadows, and they were like, yeah, we don't know, maybe we should look at it further, oh, never mind, we'll just call it quits now. That's what happened. And then you have the Hermit card. Now the Hermit card is Virgo. Now the question comes up, all right, now what do we do? Because this case obviously has come back into light, right? She's a Cancerian, and where is Virgo? Virgo 1, 2, 3, third house. So now it's the reason this has come out again is because after all these years of hibernation, if you will, communication, it's the communication, people communicating, the people who are close to her family members, people who are fighting for her communicating, and because of their communication, creating a lot of noise, in a good way, a noise like, I'm not talking about in a negative way, bringing it to light, keeping it on the burner and keep the fire going. The case has come back, so now the case is going to be pulled up again, and going to be properly investigated. Definitely it will be properly investigated. Hang on one second, I'm going to turn on my fan, okay? Because it kind of got hot here. There we go. I got the right switch on, y'all. Whew. Okay. All right. Whew. So now, let's get into, I don't know whether I want to use this or some other deck. No, I think I'll use this one. Hang on, y'all. Let me see. Oh, come on, buddy. You're too far away from me. I hope I have the deck here. I hope I didn't leave the deck in. Yeah, I did. I left that deck in India. That's smart. So, I'll just use this. Very unfortunate, y'all. I don't know. I'll just use this guy. So Debbie says, force the door open. Yeah, I feel like there was a struggle, like somebody trying to push the door from one side and somebody trying to close the door from one side. She goes, was she afraid of this person to be? I don't think she was afraid of it. Like I said earlier, I feel like she was like dreading having a confrontation. She kind of knew that there was going to be like, let's say we have an argument with somebody and we walk away because we don't have time, but at some point you have to readdress the situation. Right, so she's like, oh shit, I have to deal with this, and dreading having to deal with it again because she knew it was going to be a contentious confrontation type of a thing, right? So she's like, yeah, damn, but what are you going to do? I got to deal with this and get it over with type of a situation. So 26, wait, 20, 40, 49, 59, 59, 59, 66, 162, 63. Wait, 20, 40, 50, right? 60, 63, 63. 9, okay. I see her as being a very caring person, very but then again, if you pissed her off, she wasn't the kind of person who would kind of just, say, okay, fine, whatever, let it go. No, she could stand up for herself. Show me, Ellen. Ace of bows, that's his Ace of wands, 8 of wands, Four of Pentacles. Wow, holding on, man, holding on. The Wanderer, that is the Fool card. Then you have the Ace of Swords. Wow, she's got 2 aces already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 9 of Wands. The 7 is the Archer here. 7 is the Chariot card. Right, taking aim. Ace of Stones. 3 aces are out. 5 of Swords. Yeah, it was she lost the battle. 2 of Cups. Look, this is somebody she knew. Okay, this is telling me this is somebody she knew. She could have had a relationship with this person. Now, before we all jump, say, oh yeah, we know who it is or whatever. See, relationships don't have to be intimate relationship, right? So when we say relationship, it doesn't have to be significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever. Relationships could be with, co-workers, neighbors, or whatever. But I will tell you, this was very specifically targeted, and this is somebody who there was an attraction here. Whether she was attracted to this person or that person was attracted to her, there's some sort of an attraction. This was, I'm not going to say targeted, but this individual had his eyes on her. And I'm going to say this is a male because I don't in any way, shape or form sense that it was a female who attacked her. I'm not sensing that. So this person definitely had an attraction towards her. And maybe she did too, like attraction as in so I'm not going to say this is a significant other. It could be, maybe it is just somebody who had a who was just attracted to her. Okay, let's do that. We have the Anchor, Turtle. It was a slow death, man, for her. She's free. Poor thing. Oh, that changes everything. Hang on, everybody. Okay, I'm going to change what I'm going to, let me see, continue. Wait, this is the, yeah, I suppose that way or this way. Oh my word, this is like ridiculous, man. This young lady was So when this person came into the house, there was already a struggle at the door, right? Push and pull the door type of thing, or maybe that person was already inside the house, and when the confrontation started and they tried to attack her the first go round, maybe she tried to yank the door open and run out of the house, and she couldn't, because I feel that the door was stuck. So I don't know whether there's a possibility that she meant to lock the door, but it unlocked, and then they were able to push through, or maybe they were already inside, and then they tried to attack her, and she tried to run out of the house, and she couldn't. But I see the door or part of the door being broken, or maybe the hinges, or maybe like you can see splinters of wood type of thing. Okay, so let's look at this. It's crazy. This is somebody who, it escalated very quickly, and am I going to say, was it premeditated? I don't think it was premeditated. It almost seems like it escalated. It went from 0 to 100 in minus 2 seconds. Like it really, really escalated. So we have the Ace of Wands, we have the 8 of Wands, we have the 4 of Pentacles, the Fool card, Ace of Swords, 9 of Wands, the Chariot card, the Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. I feel this is definitely a man. I don't know whether they've released it or whatever, but it's the weirdest thing. As much as this seems like such a horrendous, it is a horrendous situation where a person lost her life, why do I feel like flowers were involved? I don't know, just flowers were involved. Or also I don't know, y'all have to look at it. This is what I'm being shown, like a small little pendant of a flower, 5-petal flower. I don't know what kind of a flower, something like that. So this is somebody, the person who actually took her life, most likely is the one who gifted her that. Just saying. Then you have the 8 of Wands. It escalated, like I said, 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. It went really, really fast, really fast. And I don't know if she had a fireplace in the house or a heater or something. I feel the first attack was somewhere near a source of heat. Okay, a fireplace, a heater, or a source of heat, like let's say a cooktop or whatever. The first, I hate to use such strong word, stab, was there. And it went really fast. And then you have the 4 of Pentacles. She did try to hide. She tried to seek protection. She tried to find some sort of protection, tried to hide, tried to kind of escape, tried to, like, I wouldn't call it a chase around the house, but she did try to hide. She did try to protect herself, but she couldn't do it fast enough. Then you have the Fool card. The Fool card is Uranus, right? Talks about risk taking, etc., new beginnings, change, yada yada. But here I also have this charm over here. Let me show you. This, there you go. Can you see? This to me tells me from instantly, like the moment all this, like immediately in my mind something switched. I need to disengage myself from this person and be separated. Then you have the Ace of Arrows, that is Ace of Swords. When the attack happened, right, between the first strike and the fatal strike, how I don't know which was the first and which was the fatal, this is too graphic, y'all. I have to put a disclaimer. Look, this is my observations, my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions, and this for entertainment purposes only. Yes, I know doing cards for cases like this is not entertaining, but if you know why I say that, then don't come at me and say, oh, I can't believe, people are idiotic. I feel like for a brief moment of time, there was a panic set in, a little bit of panic set in the attacker. And the attacker was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And tried to, do I want to say breathe life into her, or try to the attacker had a moment of panic. It's like, oh shoot, like I'm going to stop or whatever. But then it's the overwhelming feeling of, well, if I stop, she's going to survive and she's going to say who it is, and that's it for me. So I have to finish it. The cross over here, which says that this individual was at the crossroads for a brief second and was like, nah, I got to finish it. Then you have the 9 of Wands, right? This to me tells me that it's almost like a conversation this attacker is having on with her while this is going. I told you to mind your business. I told you to stay within your bounds. I told you to keep quiet. I told you not to go talk about it. I told you not to push the envelope. I told you not to ask questions about it. Some weird situation. And then you have the Archer over here. Specific aim was taken, like a specific end result, like, and the Archer here, it's the 7 is the Chariot card. So it switches from a moment of panic to, oh shit, what have I done, to, oh shit, no, I have to finish it because if she survives, I'm dead, to then finding a balance within himself to go through and finish the job. You know what I mean? It's a weird, kind of weird situation. Then you have the Ace of Stones, Ace of Pentacles, right? As we know, the Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity to go forth and, you know, do something, the doors are open for something new to happen. So this person did feel for a brief minute that, and also felt that, you know, finally whatever was inaccessible to me is now, like, all the obstacles are removed and the doors are open for me for new opportunities, whatever that may have been. And so I can go on and build. How interesting, 4 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles are right one next to the other. This is telling me so I can go forth and build a life for myself and nobody can stand in my way. Some weird scenario. Then you have the 5 of Swords. The frustration, because even though this person felt relieved that she was gone, her life had ended, there was a little bit of frustration there because this person thinks that, yeah, she's gone, so she's eliminated, but oh shit, the war isn't ended as yet. Even though he may have been thinking that now I can go on and no hindrances, that fear of more fight to come. See, because the 5 of Swords, we know, talks about bullies, theft, violence, abusive relationships, yada yada. So it says that no, the threat isn't gone, the threat is still there, but then she, to a certain extent, she feels free of abusive, threatening, constant pressure type of a situation. This girl kept a lot to herself. She kept a lot of her emotional traumas, whatever drama she had. She kept a lot to herself. When you see her in public, stunning, happy, you know, loved to socialize, but there was a lot going on behind the scenes that she didn't tell anybody. So I wonder if she might have disclosed to somebody finally that she was in a contentious or a abusive relationship with some individual, whoever that individual was, or there was some sort of an abuse, be it verbal, physical, mental, emotional abuse, and she let the cat out of the bag, and that could have completely derailed or ruined somebody's life, and they took the worst step they could have taken and eliminated her. And then you have the 2 of Cups, and this tells me there's some sort of an attraction between these two people. Either it was reciprocated or he was attracted to her and she was like, yeah, but that's not really what I feel for you type of thing. Some weird stuff, man. This is This is some weird things, like seriously. Wait, is everybody like quiet? I don't know what's going on. Looks like somebody's fallen off the radar. And okay, never mind. Doesn't matter how many people are watching. I'm just going to do my thing. Thanks, Deb. When there are no comments, I'm like, wait, did everybody fall asleep? Or they're like, she's rambling, let's get the heck out of here, type of thing. So, yeah, we have some cards here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, 3 Betrayal, and 8. 8 is, as we know, here it says 8 is the Stag, but 8 is the Strength card. So, 9 of Pentacles tells me that this also could have had something to do with financial gain or some sort of a situation. I wonder if what she might have known or what this person was threatened was whatever she might have known or spoken or said could have derailed that individual financially. But clearly there's jealousy, there's betrayal, etc. But also it's this individual comes from a background of like, it's almost traditional, like, how shall I say, like traditional gender roles type of things is what that person believed in. And she could have been like that to a certain extent, but there was also that wanting her own independence and freedom and being independent type of thing. Then you have the 8, which is the Strength card, right? This is like, Strength card here is telling me, yes, you should use your heart and your head, right, to make the right decisions. But this person could have put up a very, oh, look at me, I'm such a strong, such a stable individual, I'm so dependable, I'm so like a stalwart, like who wouldn't, like anybody would say, have positive things to say about me. That's the image this individual was portraying, but he was using that as a shield. This individual was not genuinely a strong, dependable kind of a person, was not. So, I don't know. Could have been like when we talk about relationship, co-workers, neighbors, family members, friends, significant others, 7 of Wands, 13, the Death card. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. The Knight of Swords, the Tower card. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, the Empress. So 7 of Swords, I'm sorry, 7 of Wands, tells me that this was an act of trying to defend himself against competition. So almost like envious, okay, of, even in relationships, personal relationships, how many times have we seen like significant others, husband, wife, whatever, they almost start competing with each other in a relationship, and that's when everything goes downhill. But felt less than, felt threatened. And then you have 13, which is the Death card, right? Yeah, change, rebirth, transformation, ending, etc., etc. But this was as much a transformative kind of a situation, yes, for her because she's deceased, and for this individual because something has crazily changed in that person's life. And then you have the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords says, yes, there's the person's life did change pretty drastically, pretty fast, But then you have the Tower card. That's when we say the life changes drastically, you'd assume it was all for the good. Sometimes that drastic change will not necessarily be for the good, it would be for the negative. Or on the other hand, superficially they may think, oh, everything is going fine, but internally everything is just crumbling down. And then you have the Empress, which talks about three, which talks about support and abundance and security. I think this individual was afraid that whatever it is that the conversations were could have caused some devastating, irrevocable changes to his life, or her life, financially, and kind of just ruin everything. So what is it? I don't understand what that thing was about. So let's regroup and see what the energy is now moving forward. I'll tell you one thing, this was not suicide, that's for sure. Let me also pull some, let me take out these guys because I keep forgetting I should put them separately somewhere. Sorry y'all, give me a minute. I keep thinking about it every time I'm sitting here and doing cards, and then I never get another container for it. I have some clear plastic containers. I'm going to get them because this bowl is really cute and it's actually meant for the dining table, and I'm using it for this. I don't want it to get all scratched up, but I'm going to pick 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, one more, 7. Oh, the last one I said 7, I got a 7. Alright, let's line them up. I will type them out and I'll show you, not in any specific order. G, M, T, 9, 0, 6, 7. G, M, T, 9, 0, 6, 7. Okay. This is what I got. So, 6, G, M, could be the initials of somebody, could be the license plates, could be the city, street, could be the telephone number, zip code, whatever. She had a fiancé, she was living. What do you think of her fiancé? Beverly goes, haha. Like, what? Something is up. Okay. So we put over, and now we leave these because these are the cards that popped up. Let's see. I'm going to do a quick pendulum thing. Oh, sent that at the same time. Oh, okay. I was like, what is Beverly trying to say here? I didn't understand. I got it, Bev. Thank you. So let me ask. Thank you. Y'all, this is so. Somebody here says his name was Sam Goldman, was his name. He said, oh, she stabbed herself. Who jumps to that conclusion? Okay, so I was going to say that did the authorities ever suspect him? Did the authorities ever wonder if he was, how did they let him off so soon? Like, usually the first person they ask or whatever is the next of kin, right? How did they kind of not, hang on one second. Yeah, how did they, 6, 10, 20 plus 18, 38. Oh God, y'all, listen. I am surprised. Hi, Delvin. I am surprised that they didn't investigate him any further. Something about him is going to come out in the wash. I am surprised they didn't investigate him any further. Why didn't they investigate him any further? Because typically it's the next of kin, right? So why didn't they investigate him any further? What do I need to show? What I need to see about where the case is now. So we have Ace of Arrows. Then we have 7 of Wands. Then we have 11, which is Justice. 5 of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Look, this case is going to be resolved. 100% it will be resolved. The question is, some money will have to be spent by her family, and also I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if that city or whoever authorities themselves are going to be in a little bit of a doo-doo. There could be a lawsuit headed their way also. Ace of Arrows, this is now, the reopening of the case is going to happen under pressure, and it's going to be very focused, and newer information is going to come out. 7 of Wands is telling me that what's his face's name has to protect himself. He has to protect himself because they're coming baby. And then, or in other words, he has to lawyer up, is basically what I'm saying. Justice, we talk about balance, decisions in courts, right? And she's a Cancer, and Libra, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's definitely going to reopen the case, definitely. Then you have the 5 of Stones. So 5 of Pentacles says there's going to be a bit of the city is going to lose a financial lawsuit, and they're going to be screwed because they dropped the ball on this. 9 of Cups says that it's going to be wish fulfillment for the family, because finally they're getting answers, because there's no way under the, and for the parents, they're very well cognizant of the fact that no matter what, she's not coming back, right? Unfortunately, and that's so hard, so difficult, right? I can't even imagine that. I don't want to imagine that, because we all worry about that, right? About our children, we want them to live longer than us, and parents shouldn't have to bury their kids. I mean, that's like, I can't even comprehend. But victory for them after all the hard work. And if they have a lawsuit, civil lawsuit or whatever, against the city or the coroner or whoever, the district attorney, they'll win. The parents will win. If they haven't already, they will. Wait. So Debbie says she's reading that they had a domestic violence situation. Yeah, because we had all those bows and arrows, like that's contentious relationship. But I'm telling you, he's going to have to lawyer up, because they're going to have to open, and they'll go back and they'll look at him. But the sad thing is, this girl is so pretty. How are these beautiful young ladies getting stuck in these nasty relationships with these nasty fools, right? Yeah, let me go back and see if I can find a picture of her. And this is the two of them. I assume that's her boyfriend. So I mean, domestic violence is never a good situation. Nothing good ever comes of it. And they're going to go back and you know what this case reminds me of? That case in San Diego where that guy, husband killed his wife who was 9 months pregnant, and 9 months pregnant, and claimed that there was a robbery gone bad in the neighborhood, and the police did bad research and yada yada, and finally they got him, right? This is how this case looks like it's going to go. Show me what I'm being asked to keep these cards away because it's influencing the energy here. Let me just shuffle that and put that away. Yeah, Scott Peterson, exactly. That fool, that buffoon. Beverly says Attorney General's office in Pennsylvania did not want to budget on the death ruling of suicide. What? Budge on. Oh, not budget. Am I correct? Show me what else I need to see. Show me what else I need to see. This is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions and allegedly. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. Show me what else I need to see. Four of Wands. Yeah, Four of Wands. Celebration. Four of Arrows. Wow. Ten of Wands. Eight of Wands. It's coming quick, dude. It's coming quick. Queen of Swords. King of Cups. This guy has no emotions, man. Shit. Nine of Swords. Wow. This guy is in for a ride, baby. Two of Cups. Look, this is somebody she had a relationship with. I'm surprised they didn't look at Ten of Swords. Ace of Cups. Knight of Cups. Page of Cups. Wow, now all the emotions are coming up. This guy is an emotional wreck now. And Seven of Wands. So this guy is an emotional wreck right now because he knows times are ticking. So we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands does say, okay, celebration, feeling comfortable and secure in your home, etc., etc. But here's the thing. With the Four of Arrows after that, it's like there's no more of that comfort and celebration and feeling secure in the house, because it's like you resting has become a burden, because right after that he has a Ten of Wands, which says there have been moments where when he himself, the killer, he himself has felt like completely, deranged, and like, oh, I can't deal with this anymore, maybe I should off myself, feeling extremely burdened about this, like the responsibility, it weighs heavily on his soul. And then you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is like this quick news that's going to come. There's a lot of quick information that's going to start rolling out now. It talks about, individuals, like the Queen of Cups does talk about complete disregard for anybody's emotions or safety and security and thing, like all that is going to spill out. Like it's cutthroat, emotionless, don't care who's going to get hurt. All that all that information is going to come out now. Everything, even about the killer's emotional health. Then you have the King of Vessels. This guy is like completely shut off, totally shut off. Nine of Swords tells me feeling like he not self-imprisoned, but feeling like there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of, oh my God, how am I going to deal with it? And then Two of Cups, also concerned about a relationship he has or he is in now. Like that relationship is also feeling very burdened at the moment because of all this drama opening up. And then you have the Ten of Swords. It's like, no, this guy is not doing very well, not at all. And then you have the Ace of Cups. So there is a element of, I can't deal with this anymore, I'm going to have to, I don't know whether this guy is married or has another whatever, but that if he's in a relationship now, that relationship is also suffering. Lack of emotions, just absolutely like cannot deal with it anymore. Then the Knight of Cups says there could be proposals, there could be conversations going on about hey, maybe we should take another route, maybe we should, if he hasn't lawyered up already, maybe we should lawyer up. And maybe lawyering up for two reasons: the current relationship he might be in, if he is, that's going south. Even the business aspect of it could be going south, so he's going to have to, business or work or whatever, going to lawyer up on that. And even the personal relationship, if it's going south, lawyering up on that. Then you have the Seven of Bows. So Seven of Wands talks about self-defense and needing to protect oneself against competition and attack. But you cannot, how when there's a raging forest fire, they have to, they do this sustained fire to cut, you know what I mean? That's a little too little, a little too late. It's not going to work anymore. So even if he's going to attempt to do that, it's not going to work. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, it will be solved. They were acting shady. Okay, so Debbie says, yes, it will be solved soon, Debbie. Beverly says, but maybe it was just to avoid losses, probably. And Beverly says, I see his uncle was a judge. Well, that can explain why they were in such a rush to say, oh, this is suicide. No. This is very unfair. How, I mean, this is America, for God's sake, people, and you still... Oh, now we hear it. Beverly is now spilling it. She goes, the fiance's uncle is Judge James Schwartzman. Josh Shapiro, who was AG then, now governor, went to private school with Judge's daughter. Wow. Well, there you go. There you go, people. Um, oh, thanks, Beverly, for sharing that information about the connections this guy has to, contacts or whatever. See, one thing that she did show me was the shock of what happened, and like her spirit just left. Like it was quick transitioning for her. But she says he will be held accountable. So you know who I'm talking about when I say he will be held accountable, and that's a confirmation I got from her that, remember the first time I did it, oh my god, this pendulum was going so fast. I'm like, wait a second, what's happening here? It was quick, her answers. No, this is not the one I want to use. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Wait, the fiancé was supposedly at the gym. I think there would be video to confirm. Maybe there was. Yeah, who knows? Or maybe now conveniently the video is missing because it's an old camera setup, reminiscent of what Pam Blondie is saying about the 90 seconds or whatever of the missing, or 60 minutes of the missing video recording of them leading Epstein away or whatever. Oh, it's an old recording system, there are glitches in that and this and all. You know how they can always come up with bullshit, right? These people, blatant liars. I never liked Pam Blondie, and let's reshuffle. We have the scythe, we have the rider, we have the bear, we have the whips, we have the lady, and the man. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ship 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. The stars. Yeah, this guy's had some help. The moon card, a lot of help to keep everything covered, and the ring, lot of help. There is no if Ellen's parents make enough noise, the governor will have to address it. Yeah, it's not just Ellen's parents. Let us, the public, make enough noise to reopen the case. We got to support her parents. We got to make sure that whoever this perpetrator is brought to justice and put away. And I'm all for the death penalty. I'm like, how the hell does one stab oneself like that? And that too at such an angle, it's impossible. Like even if you do it with your left hand, how do you make such a big gash on your head, and then where the skin and the hair and whatever inside is kind of pushed apart, you can clearly see it looks like a hole, and then you continue to stab yourself all over. Like how? I want whoever these stupid detectives are, and whoever this coroner is, to demonstrate to me, please, how that's possible. Come on, show me how it is possible. I need to see it. Show me. Fools. Assholes. Everybody, they take everything under the table, over the table, and all that stuff, and for their personal growth of career, they are like willing to sell their souls to the devil, right? There is going to be some news coming out about this case here pretty soon, and there are going to be a lot of losses, and there are going to be some connections that are going to come up to the forefront with regards to the case, the connections that he has with people, right? So they're definitely going to, like, it's all going to come up. It's all going to come up if it hasn't already. Everything is going to come out in the wash. You watch. People are going to start calling and saying, hey, why is this happening? Why is this person still in office? Wait. And she goes, Shapiro was runner-up for Kamala's VP pick. Oh, is that right? If backed into a corner, Shapiro will save his own ass. Yeah, you know how he is. I mean, how these politicians are. This also talks about a very patronizing, very imperious person who is like full about himself, the sense of power, that sort of a stuff. And then you have the whip. So it's interesting to see the whip over here, because it talks about quick temper, easy to be aggravated, and easy to take action, quick to take action. And there's a total lack of understanding here, okay? Total lack of understanding, relationships, etc. Quick to take action without thinking about the consequences one way or the other. And then you have the lady over here, which is very interesting, because two of the ladies popped up. And doesn't happen often enough. So this talks about this is a confirmation to me that this is a love relationship gone bad. And right after that we have this. This is a confirmation to me that it's a love relationship gone bad. Absolutely. And then we have the ship, right? This guy has been able to overcome a large amount of, let's say you're hiking on the mountains, and then you have this big void, so jumping from there to there, and it could be very wide and you may not make it. So he's taken that leap, and he's been able to escape from this madness. But the problem is, he didn't realize that at the end of the day, this lady pops up. So this is a caring parent or a older lady who's going to come up and say, wait a second, we're not going to let this drop. We want to continue this, and we want to look, and they're all looking towards this guy, and this guy is also looking towards a lady. It talks about a very calm, mature person taking action, not letting go. Okay, not letting go. The ship, the seas could be rough, but she is not letting go of the steering, and she's like, no, I'm going to continue with this. There is going to be absolutely a success of some sorts, and like a resurgence of the support and everything for this case, and there will definitely be support, and there will be success in terms of bringing the case back up. Then you have 7. There is a hidden enemy who is quietly planning some drama. So the family also has to be careful, because there could be people trying to sabotage their reputation and things like that. So I'm going to say they have to kind of be a little bit careful, because they are also going to have some unprofessional shit thrown at them, like just making their life difficult. You know how it happened with the Karen Reid case, like calling her all kinds of things and trying to make her life difficult, these so-called government officers and officials and all of that drama could happen. Then you have the stars, okay? So it's very interesting. This case is all over the map, but I think at the end of the day, there's going to be a sincere, balanced, what's the word? Gathering of forces that are going to help this case go further, and be successful in revealing what really happened. But then after all that drama, we end up with the moon card, right? So it will throw light on the true what was happening behind the doors about the relationship, because we have the relationship card at the end. So this is all going to come open, like what was really going on in the relationship behind the doors. What really was happening? Were they really all lovey-dovey, or there was some other bullshit that was going? All that now people are going to start talking and say, oh no, we saw signs of this and saw signs of that and everything. I'm telling you, this is another one of those cases that was quickly shut down because ding dong ding along knew the right people in right posts. Literally. Who do you know? It doesn't matter who you are, but what matters is who do you know, who are the people you know. That type of a situation. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Unbelievable. I want to see what this fool Josh Shapiro looks like. Oh, this scumbag. Yeah, now I know. Yeah, whatever, dude. Shut up, fool. Seriously. Ferrara. Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, this guy, I don't like him one bit. This is his wife. Shapiro's wife, I think. I don't like this guy one bit. Whatever. Nasty people. I don't know whether the parents, he's wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, I agree with you. To answer your question about whether the parents knew that there was domestic violence, I think I said earlier that there was a lot that she kept quiet to herself, right? So there's a chance that she might not have told them, but there were signs. Or maybe she hid it so well. Yeah, whatever. So, what are you going to do, y'all? What are you going to do? Oh, hey, don't fall. Okay, that's all I have about this case. We'll pick it up again, I'm sure. This case will be resolved. It's going to go, it's going to start picking up momentum, and it will be resolved. But we, the people, public, have to keep this in the front, turn the heat on this case so that they actually start looking at it. But I also want to see what was the James Schwartzman. Let me make a note of his name. S-T-Z-M-A-N. Let me get a visual on him. James Schwartzman. SCHWART. James Schwartzman. Oh my God. Top-rated King of Prussia, super lawyers. What? Wait, let me see. Judge, right? Judge. No. Hang on 1 second. Let me see. UD Judge. Oh. Hang on, y'all. JUDGE. Judge James Schwartzman. Images. I want to see. So is it this guy? Is it this guy? Is this him? Can somebody confirm? Yeah, whatever. Or maybe he's mad at somebody else now, because this was what, 2011, so it's 14 years, right? Yeah, 14 years since she's passed. So I wonder if he's don't know. But anywho, y'all, this is all I have for today. So I'm going to end this and we'll pick it up again. So thank you so much for being here with me. I do appreciate y'all. I know this is summer season. Probably everybody's out there enjoying vacation or whatever. It'll be nice to get more views on my videos. I would appreciate your help. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your comments, and also something else I wanted to share. There's this whole thing that came out about with Steve Goncalves saying that the coroner said that apparently Kaylee was gagged or something, and Debbie actually brought it to my attention. And I had done a reading, and Deb, by the way, I confirmed it. It's not one of those things where I did a quick reading for you, but it is in one of my other readings that I had done for this Idaho 4 case in the recent past when I was channeling, when I used that phone app. And in that I had said that she was doing this, like not to talk, not to speak, or not to talk. I wonder whether that was a sign that she was actually gagged. And I didn't even know. I thought she didn't want to speak, or she was stopping somebody from speaking, or she was afraid to speak. Could be that what she was trying to say was she was gagged. I don't know. But anywho. Oh, you're welcome, Delvin. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Deb. And I don't know who else is there. I farted, Beverly. So thank you all so much for watching, Teresa. If I missed anybody's name, I apologize. So this Wednesday that I'm going to do a live for the members only, I'm going to do like all the 12 signs. I will do the next 2 weeks ahead. I'm just going to pick random things, right? Like, remember I had these. I'm not going to go the traditional, remember these I have? They're all the sun signs. I'm not going to go like Aries and like that in order. I'm just going to shuffle them and pick the ones that I feel, whichever comes up. But I'll do all 12 of them, right, in random order. So tune in for that. It's not going to be like in-depth, like half an hour reading, then the live will go on for like forever. It'll be a quick 3-card spread and see what's going to come to 3 cards, whatever cards I need for the next couple of weeks. The energies are on that particular sign, okay? So thank you, everybody. Blessed be, real family. I hope you all have a great rest of the weekend. Take care, be healthy, be safe, be happy. And I will see you in the next live, which will be Wednesday. All right, take care, everybody. Bye for now.